If you go after your goal with a level of sheer determination, you can attain what it is that you're striving for. But at what price? As you're gaining what you're looking for, what is lost? And is that loss that you suffer really worth the gain that you have achieved? On the 28th of November, Ketu is going to enter Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, where it will continue its transit all the way through until the 13th of September 2019. Ketu causes us to confront those things that we've outgrown in our life. Ketu relates to Meena avatar, the fish avatar of Vishnu, who continually outgrew the bodies of water that he was placed in over and over again. On a similar level, we're meant to examine those things that we're outgrowing. And that generally happens wherever Ketu's transiting. So with Ketu's transit in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, it's about determination. It's about the question of dominance. And it's about the question of submission. And all of those factors are rising to the surface all at once. So the key questions during this particular transit, I'll get it right at some point, are what changes do you want to create with your life? In making those changes, how far are you willing to go in order to do so? What sacrifices are you willing to make? And the number one and probably the most important thing for you to face during this particular time is, are you able to be humble enough during this particular transit, during this particular experience, during this particular pursuance of whatever it is that you're wishing to pursue? Are you able to be humble enough to keep your eyes open and learn along the way? And if you could use a little bit of help about understanding what this particular transit is all about for you, I should mention that I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all of which are available through the astrological services page of my website. If you wish to schedule a consultation with me so that we can sort through this, please follow the link above in the video. So with Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra wants to show us a more universal view of what is possible, exactly what is possible, which is a higher level of awareness. Being able to see the bigger picture rather than just the minute details. But we focus on those minute details because of the things that we need in our life, where we feel that we have a lack, those things that we feel that we have to achieve. We develop this level of sheer determination until we pursue something, pursue it. We hit a brick wall, or we lose something, or something goes wrong, and poof, we're forced to expand our vision. We're forced through humility to see the bigger picture. Now, Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra is connected to the Vishwadevas. The Vishwadevas are the collective gods. And I want to share something with you from the Taittiriya Brahmana, which is part of the Krishna Yajurveda, which has within it several sutras on the nakshatras. And they're very meaningful. And they really help us to understand energy. And with this particular transit of Ketu through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, it's very vital. The concluding victories of Vishveshani, of the Vishwadevas, Vishveshani Devanani, all divine lords, the concluding victories of Vishveshani Devanani, of all divine lords, are superiorly conquering from above and complete victory from below. Really, that can all be summed up in like one sentence. The more we feel that we have to take power, the more that we feel we have to control things, the more we stand to lose. The more you think you know, the less intelligent you are. The more you think you have complete understanding of something and you're an authority on something, even an authority about astrology, even if I thought I was wonderfully an authority about astrology or something like that, what the hell am I going to learn? Nothing. Because when you have that, what's the phrase I want to use, that lack of scope, when you sacrifice that lack of scope for a narrowness of vision, you miss so much. Every single moment we're offered opportunities to learn. And if we ignore that because we think that we know absolutely everything and we have absolutely nothing to learn, then we learn nothing. Then we continue with our selfish ways. Then we continue to pursue materiality, consumption at the risk of our planet, right? The more we narrow our vision on, I must pursue this, I must take care of all these basic animal needs that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, the more we focus on, got to do this, got to do that, got to go work this job, got to go do that. And trust me, I hear it all the time, so I really know. I'm guilty too, But the more we focus on that, the less we pay attention to those other needs. Nourishing ourselves. Sure, we might be able to nourish ourselves physically, but there's nothing more nourishing than nature. There's nothing more nourishing than nature. There's nothing more nourishing than our own inner nature. But the problem is we kind of cloud our vision. We cloud our vision because we focus on these material pursuits that we feel that we have to achieve at the expense of all else, to the extent that we're rapidly losing our planet. Sure, that's the global level. You hardly ever hear me talk about the global level, but this is very real. Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra is a Jiva Nakshatra. The Jiva Nakshatras are about the animal kingdom. With the animal kingdom, it's all about dominance and submission. So we feel that we have to be the top dog in terms of our career, and we focus our life on so many menial things, pursuit of materiality. Meanwhile, we're willing to submit to other people and let them run the show for us and place our trust in them to take care of anything and to take care of everything. It's time to open our eyes. It's time to pay attention. It's time to recognize that we're not the only species on the planet. It's time in your individual life to recognize you're not the only person. Even though you're having your experience, the actions that you take over the course of the next several months, you have to focus those actions on the common good, not just your own needs, but the needs of those around you. You've got to think bigger, sure, but while you're thinking bigger, don't focus so much on bigism, right? that you become bigoted. Don't do that. Don't focus so much on bigism that you become bigoted. Don't focus so much on bigism or doing things really big that you find yourself being small. So once a great phrase, be small because small contains all, right? And that's a sign of being humble. It's being humble. Recognizing you're not the only one. Only thing is we get caught up in our daily drama to the extent that we often forget that we're not the only one because we're viewing things through the lens of our own consciousness, right? But that consciousness, sure, while we're navigating consciousness, we need an ego in order to navigate consciousness. But we get caught up in the ego and miss the bigger picture that everything that we're witnessing around us, we're a part of it, and it's a part of us. And the action of one human being affects the actions of all. So Ketu's transit through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra is asking us to be aware of this. So over the next several months, you're likely to, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, and sorry, I got a little bit long-winded, but a little bit passionate about this. You're likely going to find yourself confronting the changes that you want to create in your life, the sacrifices you need to make to confront those changes, what you're willing to let go of in order to move forward. But mixed in with all of that, you can focus on those little minute details, or you can just simply go, I just need to be humble and open my eyes and be aware of what's being presented to me in any given moment. If you do that, you'll know what sacrifice to make. You'll know, it'll be obvious, right? You'll understand what you need to create with your own life. And you'll know, because you'll know yourself more deeply, what you're willing to do in order to do so. Now, basically, between the 6th of February and the 3rd of August of next year, Ketu and Saturn will be joining each other in transit through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. You may find during that time, confronting a inner need to be an authority about something, whatever that relates to, and that's going to be related to whatever Saturn rules in your chart and wherever Ketu and Saturn are jointly transiting in your chart. And again, you can schedule a consultation with me in order to sort all that out. But you're confronting the whole concept of authority, your own need to be an authority, your own need to go, hey, I know what's right for me and all you other people are wrong, right? And maybe you do know what's right. Maybe you do know what's right, but that doesn't mean everybody else is wrong. And that's another lesson you're likely going to find yourself learning. Then about the 15th of April, Rahu's going to enter Punarvasu Nakshatra, whereas Rahu will have previously been in Pusha Nakshatra, making you take a look at those things that you need to sacrifice. As Rahu's transiting through Pusha Nakshatra, with Ketu in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, you're looking at the limitations that you're willing to impose upon yourself, the limitations that you're willing to live within, and the limitations you're not willing to live within, right? Certain levels of limitation are necessary for our growth. But after we expand beyond those limitations are no longer necessary. So there's one area of restriction in your life where you've been held back. Now you're ready to not be held back anymore. Now you're ready to make different sacrifices. Now you're ready to set different wheels in motion. Now you're wishing to stop supporting some things and begin to support others. What are you looking to nourish in your life? Who are you looking to nourish in your life? I ask you over the coming months to really focus on those questions, and mixed in with those questions, sure, you have to nourish yourself in order to nourish all of those around you. But we need to pay attention globally during this time. Globally starts at home. So you've got to expand your vision so you can see the bigger picture. Otherwise, you can't. If you trust in the process over the course of the next several months, these things will just naturally happen for you. You'll know what no longer serves a purpose in your life. As a species, we'll know what no longer serves a purpose in our lives. Does that mean that there's going to be radical changes? Well, there's always radical changes, right? Does that mean that, humanity is probably going to disappear in a poof of smoke, poof, and completely evolve all at once? Well, I'm not going to answer that one. Okay. But what it does mean is that we have an opportunity to take a deeper look, and we should really take advantage of that opportunity. That's what we should persist with. If I can say persist, that's what we should be determined about. But even in that determination, Approach it with awareness. Approach it with a willingness to learn. In the end, if you follow that advice, you can't go wrong. If you could use a little bit of help with your personal process that may be connected with this particular transit of Ketu's shift through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, which again takes place from the 28th of November of this year to the 13th of September next year, all you need to do is schedule an astrological service with me through the astrological services page of my website. If you wish to do so, I already pointed, but I'll point again at the link above. That's going to do it for this look at Ketu's transit through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Until we talk next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.